Hey guys, welcome back to the Style and Beauty Doctor on YouTube, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you some major shop your stash inspiration, especially when it comes to your eyeshadow palette stash. So I'm going to be giving you 10 eyeshadow combos that you can do, and this will inspire you to, instead of going out and buying a new eyeshadow palette, to dig within and shop your own stash and come up with more ways that you can use the makeup that you already own. Now you know this is something that you want to see, so keep watching. Now before we get started, if you are not subscribed to this channel, like why are you trying to play me? Go on ahead and subscribe. We talk about makeup, we talk about skincare, we talk about fashion, but we talk about it in a way that you, as my tagline on my channel says, maximizes your fly without minimizing your budget. So if that sounds like something great to you, make sure you are subscribed, you like this video, and you share with some friends, because that's how our community grows. So without further ado, let us get into this. So I've had an idea of doing more of these like shop your stash inspirational kind of videos, but then sometimes you think about things too much. And I was like, well, if I do a shop your stash video, I'm shopping my stash, but what if the people out there, my homies, my internet aunties and cousins, what if you don't have the palettes that I have? And then that kind of makes things a little difficult. But then I was like, wait. Danielle, you made a point in your video where you were talking about, things you can do instead of buying new makeup. Check that out. It's be on the cards and then linked in the description box, where you said that a lot of these eyeshadow palettes just repeat the same colors anyway. So chances are the color combos that you give the folks, the internet aunties and cousins, is going to be things that people have in some shape or form. So that's what I aim to do here. So let's get into these color combos and whatnot. So as I mentioned, if you do not have these exact palettes, don't fret. I am pretty sure if you open up your palettes, you have similar colors. They don't need to be spot on, but close enough, Now the first eyeshadow combination, brown and purple. So I'm gonna go in this, I'm just saying the palettes because I know somebody's probably like, oh, which palette is that? So I'm just saying it just, for that reason. But the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards palette. And there's also a video where I rank my eyeshadow palettes. You can say like, oh, which ones do you like? What do you have? I'll link that in the cards and below, so make sure you check that out. But back rolls, this color here and Believe, that would be a gorgeous combo. I will swatch so that you can see. There's back rolls, and here is Believe. You see how pretty that looks together? I'll give you some examples of eye looks that'll work with it, like eyeshadow placement. But one of your best things to do is to go on Pinterest, and you can follow me on Pinterest. I'll have my Pinterest linked here on the screen, but it's the same as my Instagram and everything else, where I actually pin a lot of makeup looks. So you can check that out so that you can get some more inspiration. But a combo like this, you can do like the brown on your lid, and then you can do like the purple as a pop of color on the bottom waterline. Also, this shade here, this is called, I need my glasses. I think that says DDG. This one here, this is another purple that will look really pretty with a brown like that. So you can even play around with textures and different color purples and different browns. So brown and purple. Now, while we're talking about brown, another combo, brown and green. So same brown from before, or you could pick another brown. And I'm going to use this green here. This is from the McGrath Mothership Sublime Browns Temptation eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to go in with that green there, which is such a pretty shimmery green, but you see how beautiful that brown and that green go together. If you wanted another option for a brown, from the Aina palette, there's my favorite brown, Credit. I'll see if I can swatch it, because as you can see, like, I have hit pan on that, so I kind of gotta, go in the corners to get it. But here's another brown, and that, well, a little of the purple that I had on underneath there is kind of showing through. So that beautiful brown and this green, or that brown and this green, or all three together, beautiful brown and green. So next color combo, gold and brown. So again, I'm going to show you Credit, which is one of my favorite browns. That's from the Jackie Aina palette. So that brown right there. And I can't really remember which ones were the golds in this palette because, you know, this palette has been used. I think there are a number of golds. Let's just go with Dualas here. So I'll swatch Dualas so you see how pretty brown and gold go together. You can do brown on the lid and then the gold, pretty gold in the inner corner of the lid, or you can do brown all over and then kind of use your finger to dab the gold glittery shade. Just press that on the lid. Gorgeous. I'm gonna keep that gold on here because the next color combo is gold and purple. We're going back in the Jackie Aina ABH palette and I'm gonna go in with Big Wig. So swatch that. Look how pretty that looks. And don't forget, I'm going to have my Pinterest linked here so you can follow me on Pinterest and you can see some of the makeup looks that I like that I've pinned, and then you can also go on Pinterest and create your own mood boards with makeup looks. Now, I will say my makeup look board is not, there are a lot of looks on darker skin, but there are also a lot of looks that aren't on darker skin. I was primarily just looking at the makeup colors themselves. Now, the next combo, one that I love because it's so colorful and such like a punch of color, orange and pink. Okay, so I'm in my custom MAC palette. There's a blog post that tells you what shades are in there, linked to the description box, so make sure you check that out. But I'm gonna go with Rule, this beautiful matte orange. Swatch that. And then for the pink, I'm gonna go in with the Alyssa Edwards palette and that shade right there, which is called Texas Made. And just look how pretty those two colors look together. Now this Texas Made color is a pressed pigment, so when you're using a color like that, you see how it kind of like thinned it out a little bit? A color like this you kind of want to dab to make sure that you're building it up, and then you might want to use either a white eyeshadow underneath to kind of really give it a good base to build it up, or like one of those white eyeshadow primers, like either a jumbo white pencil. Anastasia Beverly Hills also has the eyeshadow primer that works really well with these kind of like pressed pigment shadows. But another texture that looks really good, the shade Beyond. So you can even do that with the orange. See how pretty that looks? Very nice and tropical. So these color combos for this video aren't just two colors. You know, maybe I'll do a video in the future where I do 3 color combos, but I figured let's get our feet wet first, you know, in this series. But colors like this, like a deep blue, look, I said it, now I gotta do it. So like this blue, like this Dream It, that would be really pretty with that color combo. Even a deep brown, like Back Rolls, that's really pretty with the tropical colors. Or even like a dark burgundy. Okay, these kind of swatching posts can get a little dirty. I'm over here like, wow, these eyeshadows are really staining my fingers. So our next color combo is purple and blue. Again, I'm gonna go in with my trusty dusty Alyssa Edwards palette. I'm so glad that I kept this because although I haven't used it in a while, like, and this is how it makes you excited about dropping your stash. I haven't used this palette in a while because I've been more on a neutrally kind of color kick, but I might be back on my colorful kick because of this eyeshadow palette. But purple and blue, we're gonna do these two. So Believe, and then Dream It. Doesn't that look amazing? And then you could even do a different, you can even do something with shimmer in it. So like the shade that it looks like it says DDG, you know, with that blue, or even a purple like Big Wig from the Jackie Aina palette. Let me give you some clean fingers. So even like something like that with that blue, beautiful. Or Shookington, which has some shimmer in it. So look how pretty that is. Purple and blue. So number 7, Monochromatic. Now this is where you take the same color, but you have different textures. So Jackie Aina palette, because the Jackie Aina palette has a couple of shades that you can do this with that works out very beautifully. So for instance, Big Wig and Shookington, that's a beautiful combo. See that? You can do Pinker. And although Wiggly's is more of maybe like a burgundy-ish kind of shade, it still works, you know? It's like the same color family. And again, from Alyssa Edwards, you can do these two pinks. So Texas Made. And then Beyond. So monochromatic, so same shade, but two different textures. Now, next up, green and burgundy, very earthy tony. So let's get into our palette combos. So for the burgundy, I'm gonna go in with the Alyssa Edwards and this shade right here, BBDC. So these are burgundy. And then from the Pat McGrath palette again, green shade here. Just look how beautiful that looks, whoo, together. Burgundy and green. Next up, gold in burgundy. I took it off just now and I'm like, I wish I would have kept it on. But again, we're going with the BBDC. And then you can do a gold like this Inspire shade here. This is a lighter, like champagne-y gold. So this shade right here on camera is looking cranberry-ish. At least that's how it's looking here to me. But it's actually pretty gold. It's like an antique kind of gold. But then the swatch, oh no, that looks, for whatever reason, that is coming up cranberry on camera, but trust me, it's like an antique gold. So that's really pretty. Or you can go in with any of the gold from the Jackie Aina palette. Dwellers. This is more of like a rose gold, but it still works. That is Zium. So like burgundy and gold. Gold and burgundy. Okay, and for the last combo, we're gonna go again with a very tropical inspired combo, yellow and pink. Now this is another combo that, you know, if you put a third color in, it would look even more striking, but you know, maybe I'll do a 3-color combo eyeshadow video down the line. Like this video if you want to see that, let me know. But we're going to go with this yellow here, which is called Brick Road, and then Texas Made. So there's Texas Made. There is Brick Road. But then you can also go with Beyond, which is a different texture. That's really pretty. Or even a yellow like Chrome Yellow from MAC, which is a little bolder. Ooh, hopefully I didn't stain my bracelet. And then even that, we can stick Pinker from the Jackie Aina palette in there as well. So pink and yellow, beautiful. And then I'll give you like a little bit of a bonus kind of combo. This is something that you can kind of just like freestyle on your own just by picking up basically any palette that's in your stash, and that's to add a shimmer on top of your matte. If you're someone who's very much like I'm sticking with my one wash of color lane, you can kind of up the ante and, you know, get yourself, you know, graduated to more complex eyeshadow looks by just putting a shimmer on top of that matte. So say for instance you were like, you know what, I'm just gonna put a well, Pinker is Pinker matte? This Pinker shade is more of like a satin, but since it doesn't have shimmer in it, I'll use it as an example. My hand, whew, I would show you on this hand, but I'm right-handed. So like you can do Pinker, and then on top of that, put Zium. See, that's like really pretty. Or you can do Credit, and then put something like Trust Issues on top of that. See, you have a matte and a little bit of a shimmer on top, and boom, you got a little bit more. Like if you're a very, very, very beginner, that's an easy way to just kind of take things up a slight notch so that you're not only wearing one single wash of color. Although, I don't know how much people are doing just one single wash of color. But leave a comment below if you do mostly single wash of color looks. I think that was something, because I don't even hear people use that term much on like beauty videos and like people on Instagram and stuff. But that was a definite term from back in my day. But I feel like with so many like people doing makeup on the internet that I don't think most people are doing single wash of color. But if you are doing them, I'm not shaming you. I'm just curious. Leave me a comment below and let me know what, you know, if that's what you do. But also leave me a comment below if you were going to try out one of these combos and let me know which one or which ones you're going to try out. Or if you're going to try out a different combo, let me know that in the comments as well. Did you find this video helpful? Would you like to see more videos like this? Tell me that as well. Follow me on social. The links will be in the description box because when I am not here on YouTube, I am elsewhere on the internet spreading beauty and fashion cheer. So make sure you check me out, subscribe to this channel, ring the notification bell so that you are notified when new videos come up. I try to post Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. As of late, that schedule has not, I have not been following that schedule because I like to ease into the new year. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like to be like, oh my God, 2020, let's go. January 1st, let's go. I'm like, girl, relax. At least I need to relax. Like, I need to ease my way in. I just did my vision board last week. I actually know what I want. It gave me time to think about what I wanted to do, the type of content that I wanted to put out. But I still like to ease my way into a new year. But, you know, we will get back on that 4 times a week schedule. Or maybe, you know, sometimes it'll be 3 times a week. But you'll at least get 1 to 2 videos a week from yours truly. But, you know, of course, hit the notification bell so you know when they come out. And I will see you fine folks in my next video. Bye, guys.